The 26th of October is normally the birthday of former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Last year, this day, Mount Kenya erupted in celebrations and cake cutting across different towns in the region to mark the birthday of the former president, rather the fourth president of Republic of Kenya. Today, Uhuru Kenyatta has also had a brief phone interview with Kameme FM with a special message to the country that we want us to hear. Thank God for another year and for keeping me well in peace. I want us to listen to the brief interview that Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, have had with in Kameme FM today. But just before we get there, doing Granny Care. Granny Care is a program to support the elderly. So what we are doing now is we are going to support these three elderly members of this society from Nyandarua, Kipipiri constituency. They stay in squatter camp, and I've just been told that by one of the senior teachers who really led us to this, was the link person, told us that they have very less support system. In fact, wanaishi peke yao individually, so just doing the small things there. But the situation is very dire, because when it rained last time, those houses were swept. The houses were swept, so whatever they have are just these makeshift structures that were just constructed later, and they are in a very bad state. So we are going to build them new structures from Tuesday, and we are pushing that here. That is why we are asking you on behalf of them for a 100 bob challenge. Lately you can get kidogo ujeza kibaba, and I want to say thank you. We started yesterday. Yes, we started yesterday by midday. I think it was Asaba. As I talk to you, already have 43,000. I think at 800, 43,800. The target was 250, because each house per unit is going to cost us around 80,000. But I believe and I trust God kwamba ita work. This is day one. We already had 40. Believe by pole too, whatever we will get, we'll be able to do this together. So I just want to give you a snippet of the voices, yeah?
Hii ni Meharate Gishagi. Ninaitwa Juguna Kamande. Na nilikuja hapa na mimi nakaa mbaya, mimi nakaa peke yangu. Sina na watoto, sina bibi. Hata watu ndio wanasaidia mimi.
Majina ni Ale Sijoki Kinyajui. Nakaa hapa kutoka 1960. Mimi niko hapa, niko na tapu ya nyumba.
Now, so that is our project for this month. Actually, for the month of November. So tutamaliza, I think by the time tumaliza it will be 1st of November. So that tumaliza project here hiyo mwezi, and kindly support. I want to say thank you for wale ambao wamereact. I really started this yesterday. It's not a very good time of the month, but I believe that tukitoa kidogo will be able to impact life somewhere. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta is attending an international meeting in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, and he says he and his family have all been well and praying God for life. The jovial Uhuru asked Kenyans to maintain peace, love, and unity, saying that that is what a nation needs to grow. The nation needs peace, love, and unity. He reiterated that he holds no grudge against anyone and has never held a grudge, saying he is at peace with everyone.
Tutikimwinire twaranirie nake na ni njiritwo muno ni athikiriria itu tukiuga ni tukirete riu ni hau muno koguo reke tuone kana tukota kumunyitia na producer wako akiri haha. Your Excellency. Monane. Hello. Kwagira muno, happy birthday.
Oh, asante sana.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, shukran sana.
Turaina mzuri sana, turauga 18 till I die. 18 till I die. Mungu mbele siku zote. How have you been, our dear papa?
I've been well, ma'am. Habari yenu?
Mzuri sana.
Mrioho.
Tuliokuona Ngai.
Amen.
Ona cia thirakara. Ona cia thirakara baba witũ. Twĩyũmĩrĩirie mũno na tũgacokeria Ngai ngatho. We ũkoretwo atĩa kuma rĩrĩgana?
Niĩ ndio mwega. Tutiri na ũru, twĩna thayũ. Tũgacokeria Ngai ngatho nĩ gũtũiga.
Na Ngai agakũmenyerera. Na agakũhe mwaka ũngĩ.
Na akanyongerera mwaka rĩu tiga ngatho kũrĩ ũndũ ũngĩ.
Hatirĩ ũndũ ũngĩ tũngiuga. Ũgũ celebrate atĩa tondũ ithuĩ nĩ tũrĩrĩa makeki maingĩ gũkũ na tũine?
Niĩ ndĩ kũraihu kidogo. Twĩka macemanio njũkĩte. Rĩu niĩ tũgĩtinda nacio twĩnao gũkũ mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ no tũkĩrĩ mĩcemanio-inĩ ĩyo. No nĩ andũ ega nĩ tũgũgĩtindania wega nĩ njũĩ.
Nĩ njũĩ nĩ mũgũtindania wega na mũtingĩkĩgĩa gakonya mũgũgĩikia kanua.
Tũtigũkĩona ũrĩa gũgũthiĩ. Twarĩkia tene rĩ.
Nĩguo.
Kana nĩ atĩa?
Mũtinde ta athuri.
Tiguo.
Mwana acũgio. Rĩu athikĩrĩria itũ matongoretio nĩ Kĩgĩa wa Esther tondũ arĩ hana Anderson na Nyarĩ na arĩa angĩ na Kameme na athikĩrĩria itũ othe magakwenda mũno.
Mageithio othe mũno makĩria.
Wa mbere makanjĩra nĩ maherete mũno maturĩtie maru. Na wa kerĩ makanjĩra nĩ makwendete mũno.
Asante.
Nawe ũngĩenda kũmera atĩa nĩgetha tũreke ũthiĩ mũcemanio?
Niĩ ndirĩ na ũndũ ingiuga tiga kuga na kũhoera bũrũri witũ thayũ na kũhoera wĩiguithanio. Na niĩ no mbere niĩ ndirĩ ndakorwo na ũru na mũndũ na nginya mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ ndirĩ na ũru na mũndũ. Niĩ no thayũ. Niĩ ndĩna thayũ mũingĩ. Ũguo ndoiga na gũcokeria Ngai ngatho. O mĩaka na gũtũmenyerera ũguo atũmenyereire mĩaka-inĩ ĩyo.
Na we ndũrĩ na ũru na mũndũ wĩ thayũ?
Ona ũkana niĩ itakĩrĩ ndagĩa na ũru na mũndũ niĩ tiga gũkorwo ngoragwo rĩ. Ndirĩ na ũru na mũndũ.
Ngai akũrathime mũno na ithuĩ nĩ tũkwendete mũno. No ũgĩthiĩ nĩ tũgũkũhũrĩra karwĩmbo andũ acio mahota kũremwo nĩ iria ũngĩenda. Ũkwenda rũrĩkũ baba witũ? Ũrenda rũrĩa ũkwenda rĩu oiga jump tũkoria how high. Ũkwenda rũrĩkũ?
Ingĩenda iria icio no ndũĩ rĩu nĩ ici cianyu cia thikũ ici mwatukanirie na siasa niĩ ndiciũĩ icio njũĩ cia tene.
Aca tũtigũgũthakĩra nguka nayo werehe rũrĩa ũrenda na kũ-finish kũmarũ. Woka no nginya ngagwetha ngũtware ndaci tuge ngotha tena.
Tiga kũngenia.
Ĩtiarwa tene.
Ingĩkũhoya igĩrĩ nĩ ũkũhũrĩra?
Kũhũra igĩrĩ cirũmanĩrĩire wĩtĩkie we nĩwe wĩkuo.
Na ngũthikĩrĩria na intaneti tondũ nĩndĩkĩrĩ na intaneti no nĩ mũkoragwo
gũthikĩrĩria. Yes, ngũhũra igĩrĩ kĩrũmanĩrĩrio na ngatike gũkũ rĩu dance on your behalf. Ni epigere.
Tolegia ndari wa mbere ri. Ngatho ici ndacituma.
Ngatho ici ndacituma. Wow.
Ngatho ici ndacituma.
Mwathi. Ni.
Kuma.
Nini wakwa.
Nguonete.
Wĩ mwega. Wow.
Ekuririkana
rĩu nĩ ndekĩra rwĩ haha na rũrĩkũ rũngĩ.
Rũu rũngĩ nĩ Ngai Kĩhoti.
Ngai Kĩhoti. Taina hanini.
Gwĩciria rwarĩ rwa Kĩng'ori.
Rwa Kĩng'ori, Charles Kĩng'ori. Mũnene Ngai nĩhonekete mũno thutha ũyũ.
Niĩ itakĩrĩ na mathĩna rĩu na niĩ ndĩikarĩtie.
Rĩu tũgũkũhũra ici.
Na ndĩna gĩkeno gwa gũcokeria Ngai ngatho nĩkĩ.
Noguo tũkuga Ngai Kĩhoti. Na ngatho ici twacitũma rwa mũrũgami. Kabisa. Thank you so much and we love you so much.
And God bless you too, mami. Na kĩgeithia andũ othe.
Mũno.
Okĩmere ũguo tũiga. Thayũ na wĩiguithanio gũtirĩ kĩndũ kĩngĩ gĩkũragia bũrũri tiga maũndũ macio.
Thank you so much, Papa.
Asante sana.
Happy birthday and we love you so much.
And God bless you. God bless you mightily.
God bless you mightily.
Nderia ciothe mwena oko studio.
Nĩngũgeithia nginya ndogo gũkũ Nyarĩ Kĩgia.
Mageithie mũno mere ndimeriga.
Nĩ ndũmeriga no ndaco nĩ twethiĩ thutha wa hema nĩ kũgũthitanga mahete wĩra mũingĩ mũno gũkũ na ndihuhagia.
The retired president who has kept off public life and avoided political commentaries for months is holding his stand and saying, I don't hold any grudge. I know one person that would love to hear this message is the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, because when the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua said that he had asked for forgiveness from Uhuru Kenyatta and Uhuru Kenyatta had forgiven him, people made it very trivial, and to some extent people were saying it is not there, just making a statement out of will. Now, I would, before I get even much into this, there is something I don't want to appreciate, and I'm seeing it going on. Yeah, I've seen some quarters with it, with a story about Uhuru Kenyatta's health. I think Uhuru Kenyatta is a human being, so everyone can fall ill if in case it is there. But I think he made the public appearance. There have been questions about this and that, but to my end, he's a public figure. It can be made clear if he's deemed to, but of course, health is also private. So he's also under any obligation. He's not under any obligation to explain to the country his health. So probably I think I want to debunk that narrative that I've seen around, and I really want to keep over. I've seen some people asking me about it, but I will not want to address that. Just allow me keep off that. Now, the former president said, making a speech in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, is saying, if truly we want sustainable solutions, of course, what is this meeting? He was attending the 15th high-level retreat on the promotion of peace, security, and stability in Africa. The retreat, convened by the African Union Commission, is focusing on the impact and sustainability of AU preventive diplomacy and mediation in addressing conflicts across the continent. I just have a quick one. I think this was a campaign platform for Raila Odinga. I've seen the Djibouti candidate was in this event. So go and check Twitter page for that, the Djibouti candidate. If you check the Djibouti candidate, he was in this event. So I may not understand why this was a campaign platform for Raila Odinga, and maybe to the best of my knowledge ought to be here, but again, that's my thinking. The former president Uhuru Kenyatta said, if we truly want sustainable solutions that are African born and led, we can't do that if we are not in a position to back what we do through resources that we generate. The president has been controlling, in charge of Nairobi peace process, of course, to get peace for the DR Congo. as the East African Peace Facilitator. And one of the problems that has bedeviled that program is financial. Those who support, and the law will say ni BAV, to mean that you're just being told, just being moved toast like a coin. According to Uhuru, African nations should work towards self-sustainability in peace processes. The former president noted that this approach is essential for achieving peaceful and stable continent. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta made a political break, took a political break. And I think this was after 2023. This was after the 2023 protest. Some people were killed. And of course, by that time, he was the punching bag by Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, saying that, of course, he was using his power to destabilize the government. For the first year of Kenya Kwanza administration, they took more time talking about Uhuru Kenyatta more than even the projects that they promised Kenyans they should do. And so Uhuru was in their lips. And everything, whenever they will do something, they were to compare where Uhuru left it and where I've got it, where Uhuru left it and where I've taken it. I've even seen the president saying that we are asking him about Adani and Uhuru did the same. I'm going to explain more about that. I think the silence, there were reports that Uhuru even went to US and stayed in US for quite so long before jetting back in the country. It's not yet clear whether he stays here or just comes, makes technical appearance, then leaves back, goes back to US. But I think Kenya has become immune to a former president engaged in active politics. In fact, in Kenya, a former president does not enjoy his political rights, apart from voting. That's the only political right that a former president enjoys. If you look at Obama in America, Obama is campaigning for Kamala Harris, and in fact, you may even wonder, is Obama going to vie? Is Obama vying or Kamala Harris? But in Kenya, we've had a syndrome where we don't want to see our former presidents engaged in active politics. We've made it that way, and of course we have to live with it. So I think there were calls, and Kenya Kwanza was calling Uhuru Kenyatta to step back so that he's not involved in politics. I want to just look at how things have changed. And we will assert, and I strongly believe that also in his own capacity, that was a good move. So that even as things go on, he's off the picture. Kindly subscribe to our channel and kindly support Nyandarua Elderly Mission. Any amount will go into supporting this. Pole pole, kidogo jaza kibaba, and I believe we'll achieve it. Now, Ruto assessment of projects and scorecard was on comparison with Uhuru Kenyatta. The moment Uhuru Kenyatta is off the picture, Kenyans are now supposed, and they will judge William Ruto as William Ruto. Let's use a good example. When the president was in, I think Nakuru, he said that after finance bill collapsed, they are going for PPP so that those companies can do the giant projects and the free money that they can now do to manage their budget so that they don't borrow to do those giant projects. And he said that Kenyans did not ask Uhuru Kenyatta when Uhuru Kenyatta did SGR, when Uhuru Kenyatta did Expressway. And so let's compare between when Expressway was built. We didn't complain, the public didn't complain because there was no, it was not our resource that was used. Like, no one destroyed the roads. You cannot compare Expressway and Adani because Adani is a takeover of an already existing infrastructure. Now, the Expressway was built. It was just built on top of the road that we were having. And it's for a clique of people that use it. Now, you cannot compare the takeover Adani and Expressway because Expressway there was no takeover. You still use the other road if you want. You can use that one. But on Adani, it has been a discussion about it. Now, even on Shah and the energy sector that have been taken over, that is also been taken over, linked to the Adani. Did Uhuru Kenyatta have that kind? They were not a bit that disruptive. But I think, and that is why I feel, it is very fine that when Uhuru Kenyatta is not in the picture, Kenyans will judge William Ruto as William Ruto. And that is what the president probably, if you ask me, William Ruto really wanted. Number two, the absence of Uhuru Kenyatta deflated the political, the political muscles that Sabine Chege and Kanini Kegas were developing when they did the Jubilee onslaught. In fact, the moment Uhuru stepped back, do you know even those who were fighting for Jubilee, they stopped. They stopped. Because no one was fighting for Jubilee Party. Everything was being done just to hurt Uhuru Kenyatta. So he decided, remember they lost a case. They lost the case and Jeremiah Kioni and Murathe were installed as the Secretary General and the chairperson of the chairman of the party. No one complained. They did not even appeal. Why? They cannot appeal because they never even wanted that party. They were never for the interest of the party. They were after Uhuru Kenyatta. So that has also created even that stability in that party. Now Jubilee Party can run its projects smoothly. The other issue is regarding removal amidst handshake. There are two things that happened. When Rigathi troubles started, he came out and apologized to former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Mama Ngina. And I remember the rally in Nyeri where he held a rally in Nyeri and said that he's being troubled because those in power wants him to fight Uhuru Kenyatta. If Uhuru Kenyatta would be in public now, I can tell you that one of the charges against Rigathi is Rigathi sabotaging William Ruto administration in the interest of the former president. So look at how he's been off it. An attempt to link it. Remember, I remember during the Gen Z protest, that explosive press briefing in Mombasa, Rigathi said that intelligence were linking him and former President Uhuru Kenyatta to those protests. Even the President William Ruto at some point came and said that their former the Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga were some of the forces behind the Gen Z protest. So you look at the absence of Uhuru in the picture has given him, kept him off. Now this is very good because when he decides to come back with a fatherly word and say, this is the direction that Mulima should take on this, probably he's going to get his word. Now, I think he's also deprived the Chungwas and Ruto a punching bag because in Uhuru Kenyatta, they'd gotten something to say in churches, weddings, and funerals in Mount Kenya. So this to me, for Uhuru taking that sabbatical leave is something that was a master stroke in terms of those who are really planning on how they can run their politics moving forward ahead of 2027. Thank you.